All right, hello everyone, and welcome back to another video. So, I just want to say first off, welcome. I've seen a couple new subscribers. A handful of you guys have been filing into the crowd. It's been a kind of a standstill lately. The channel's been kind of in the shadows of the YouTube algorithms lately. But like I always say, I don't care if there's 10 people watching. I don't care if there's 10,000 people watching. I love making these videos for you guys. But I always appreciate seeing new subscribers, so welcome to the new ones, and hello again to the ones who have been here the whole time. And for those of you who are watching my videos on the regular and not subscribing, and I know there's a lot of you out there because I have a little app that tells me that, just go ahead and subscribe. You know, if you've watched more than 3 of my videos, I think you should just go ahead and subscribe, because all it does is it makes it easier to find my channel. It doesn't cost you any money. It doesn't, sign you up for any nonsense or, emails or crap like that. It's just when you log into YouTube, my channel, name of my channel will pop up in your subscription list. So why not go ahead and hit the subscribe button? It'll just make it easier to find my channel. And you'll get to see cool stuff like this guy. So first up for today's video, we're going to be doing the Pro Collector Storage Tins. I've got a handful of these guys here to go through, so we're going to open these guys up today. First up, this is a recent grab. I just found this. It's a 67 Nicky Chevy Camaro. We just had a 20-something Nicky Camaro. This is a ZL1. This is an Auto World. But Nicky Performance is kind of like a, aftermarket, but not really aftermarket. They like, performance packages. They do performance packages with factory warranties and whatnot. Next up, so I'm grabbing them from down on my bottom shelf. This is a really cool one. I've been sitting on this for a little while. I've had this and I've been waiting to open it because I've been waiting to do this video until I had enough cars. So next up, we've got a 1972 Chevy Vega Panel Express. This is such a cool little car, and it's not exactly a muscle car, but excuse me. It's just a neat little car. I do have a Chevy Vega somewhere up in this case here, but it's the Yanko Vega, but this one was really cool. Bit more of a standard civilian version. Next up, we've got one from 2021. This is a 1968 Ford Mustang GT. Really nice green paint job on this guy. I looked and looked and looked for the version A. I really do want the version A of this car. It's white with a red stripe on it, and it's really nice looking, but I cannot find it anywhere. And eBay wants way too much money, so maybe it'll come down a little bit. Anywho. Next, another really cool one that I've been wanting to open for a while. A 1970, I'll hold it so you guys can see it, 1970 Dodge Challenger RT. This is another really cool one. This is another one that did not see a lot of time on the shelves. As soon as these things hit the shelves, they were gone. This is relatively new. This is 2021 release number 3, so same as this guy here. And last but certainly not least, from the 2022 release number 1, the 1967 Chevy El Camino. Another very, very nice looking one. Really like that blue. I do have, where are you? I have a 66 El Camino that this was, I believe this was a 2021 release, but this is a 66 El Camino. So you can see now they put out the 67. They're definitely completely different, Anyway, let me scoot some stuff over here. And we will start opening some stuff up. We'll get started down here on this end with the 67 Camaro, the Nicky Performance Camaro. Let's get this guy out of the box and onto a lift. All right, guys, so here is our 1967 Nicky Chevy Camaro. Really nice looking car. I love this thing. I love the color of it. It's a very subtle, but, you know, very sharp looking color. Scoot that over a little bit. Our little shipping container that it comes with. There you go. I do like the storage tins. They're very fun to put in a box and then put that box in your closet and never look at them, except for when you get another one of these and you put that box in the closet. I really like, I don't fully understand the tins, because like I would get it if there was like a little window on the side and you could see the car inside there and you could stack these little tins on top of each other. It'd be like a little display piece, but like it's a storage tin, so I guess they're great for if you move your collection from house to house a lot and you want to stick each car in a tin, I guess. I don't know. I just put them in a box in my closet, and the only time I look at them is when I get another one and I have to open it up and put that one in that box. So anyway, here is our 1967 Nicky Chevy Camaro. We've got the hood open on here. You can see in there, I believe that's a 396. This is an SS big block car, question mark. I don't have any. Yeah, we'll just go with, it's probably a big block car. Really good looking car. We've seen 67 Chevy Camaros on this channel, you know, time and time again, but they just don't seem to get old. You know, I love my Camaros of any generation. Nice view from the back. We do have the SS badge in the center there, and it looks like, yeah, that is the Nicky badge or Nicky lettering there to the left of the SS badge there. No license plate on this model, which stinks. I love license plates. But either way, very good looking car. You've got the what kind of wheels are those? They look like the Krager Super Sport, Krager SS's. This does have rubber tires on it, although it does look like kind of the older Johnny Lightning wheels. But there you go, there's your rubber tires. Quick look at the base, production date. Can you focus? Thank you. Production date 11/8/2021. No year, make, or model on there. I guess then there's the original casting date, 1999, from playing Mantis. Yeah, very good looking car. I like this one a lot. I'm pretty sure I say that about every Camaro I open on this channel, though. So, yeah, if you are one of those new subscribers, make sure you go and check out all my other videos. I've got quite a few. Probably over 100 videos at this point. I think a little over 100. Obviously, production quality does get lower as you get older and, you know, further back in my videos. The quality does depreciate a little bit, but, you know, still appreciate the views. So we'll take a quick look at our card here. We only get one fun fact with the storage tin ones. I guess we trade our other fun fact for the storage tin itself. It says, this is the first 1967 Nicky Chevy Camaro from Johnny Lightning with the newly tooled Stinger hood, which tells me that they've had a 67 Nicky Camaro before. But not with that hood, apparently. So that's exciting. And there is our paint code, Mountain Green Poly. Yeah, that is actually kind of a green. I know it looks silver on camera, but it does have just like a faint hint of green to it. Nice, really, really nice sparkle. Let's go ahead and zoom in on that a little bit. Ugh. Yeah, that looks great. Very nice paint job. Go ahead and zoom back out. And take a quick look at the back of the card here. We do have Classic Gold. Tells you a little bit about the Classic Gold from 2021. I do have my fair share of these cars. I have that blue Corvette. I have that Bel Air. I have that Mercury Cougar. I have that Cougar. I have that Bel Air. I don't have that Vet. Let's see, it's yeah, that's a 62 Bel Air. So that is our 67 Camaro end card. So we'll go ahead and get that card tucked away in the drawer there. I'll move this guy over. And we will get into our next car, which is going to be this guy right here, the 72 Chevy Vega Panel Express. And I already see a square tire up there that I'm going to have to maybe make round again. I don't know. That one looks kind of funky. Anyway, let's get it opened up. All right, guys, here is our 72 Chevy Vega Panel Express. This thing is really cool, guys. As you can see, we do have an egg-shaped tire up front there. It is what it is. More interestingly, though, they went as far as putting an opening hood on this thing, so you can see that super powerful straight six under there. 72 straight six. I don't know the displacement on that. Somebody leave a comment. What was the straight six? What was the displacement of the straight six in this thing? Unfortunately, I do not know it. No license plate again. We have, instead of a license plate, we just have the little clip where the body hooks into the base there. That's kind of interesting. It does say Vega under the back window there, I believe. Very cool car, though. Is that a vent or is that a lettering? Okay, that's like a vent under the back, or what would be the back window there. But again, it's the Panel Express, so you don't have a back window on there. It's a panel. Very self-explanatory. You can make out the little shifter on the floor there. That's pretty cool. You see the little, I guess, what would this be? Probably a 4-speed, 1972. But yeah, super base model, you know, inline 6, 4 on the floor. You know, it has seats, a steering wheel, and that's about it. And some pedals. Really cool looking car, though. I'm not crazy about these hubcaps either. Those wheels are kind of ugly. Focus on the wheels, please. On the car. Come on. There we go. Oh, we had it for a second. Really. Very cool looking car, though. Real quick, I'm going to pull down my other Vega. There we go. I think this is like a 71 or a 70 or something, but this is the Yanko Vega, as you can see there. Almost. Come on. Yeah, there's a Stinger. It's a Yanko Vega Stinger or something, I believe it was called. I did the video on this way early on the channel. This is an old one. But anywho, very cool looking car. We do have our little collector tin here. Something I noticed, even the tire on the collector tin is a little bit egg-shaped at the bottom there. So, geez. Real quick, we'll take get that hood closed real quick. Jeez. Yeah, that hood was like super hard to close for some reason. Let's take a look at our card here. We have our one single fun fact. It says the rear side windows were swapped for sheet metal on this version of the 1972 Chevy Vega wagon. I just told you that. There's our paint code, Mulsanne Blue Poly. I hope I said that right. Let's take a look back here. This guy is all the way back from 2020, so 3 years old now. 2020 release number 1. There was a 92 GMC Typhoon. I think I actually have that Typhoon, and an 87 Monte Carlo. That is a car I still don't have in my collection, is a G-body Monte Carlo, an 80s body style Monte Carlo. I do have a couple Buick Regals, and well, I have G-body Monte Carlos. They're just late 70s models. The late 80s or mid 80s models are one of my favorites. There's one more nice look at our little Chevy Vega there. We'll go ahead and get that one parked up. And we will move into our next car here. We have our 1968 Ford Mustang GT. Very cool car. We'll get this guy opened up. All right, guys, here's our 68 Mustang GT. Absolutely beautiful car. I really like this thing a lot. I love the color. I kind of like the wheels, actually. Although they're not super muscle car-y, and I think it might even look better with different wheels, more muscle car-y wheels. I don't hate those. Very good looking car. Very good looking car indeed. I love the early model Mustangs. We finally get a license plate. Tells us everything we need to know about the car. It says 68 GT 428. So there you go. It's a 68 Mustang GT, and it's got a 428 under the hood. Which is nice to see, because I would have probably said, oh, I don't know what engine's in this. I probably would have said a 429 and made a fool of myself, but there you go. That is a 428 under the hood there. Very, very good looking car. Let's get a good look at it with the hood closed. We have a single stripe going down the center. I don't know if that's factory or not. It doesn't necessarily look factory. And I don't know how I feel about like a black stripe and then a yellow stripe on the side. It's like, pick one. But either way, very, very good looking car. There's your fastback iconic silhouette there. Very, very nice. We have the same license plate on the front there, if you can see that. 68 GT 428. Real quick, there's our collector tin again. I'm gonna have an entire stack of these over here. So let's go ahead and take a look at our fun fact here. It says the Ford lettering was removed from the front edge of the hood for the 1968 model year. So we don't have any Ford lettering on the hood. There you go. You don't see it. Then there's our paint code Highland Green Poly. On the back here, this is 2021 release number 3. So, oh, we've got the whole set here. The 67 Nicky Chevy Camaro, we've got that. That was the first one we did. There's our Mustang GT, and the 1970 Dodge Challenger RT is up next. Very cool. We've got the entire release, 2021 release number 3. Neat. I didn't even realize that. So one more good look at our Mustang there. Very, very nice. Let's take a quick look underneath before we forget. Yeah, another 1999 casting. 11/08/2021. And this guy was 11/08/2021. Yeah, so they were made on the same day, part of the same series. Very cool stuff. And what was the production date on the Vega? 2/19/2020. Oh, wow, look at that. So if you look very closely, I know it's kind of hard to make out, but the Johnny Lightning logo right here, this is actually the one with the little wheel right here. That is either Tommy or RC2 were the ones that made the Johnny Lightning logo with the little wheel. So this is, I guess, a Tommy or RC2 casting originally, as opposed to, say, this guy here. You have the Johnny Lightning with the Lightning Bolt L, no wheel or anything. This is a Playing Mantis casting. So that's very interesting. I mean, everything's owned by Round 2, or yeah, Round 2 now. But I guess this guy was originally a Tommy or RC2 casting. Cool. Anywho, let's get our Dodge Challenger opened up. The 1970 Dodge Challenger RT. In, you know, beautiful Hemi orange, obviously. Let's crack this guy open. All right, so here is our 1970 Dodge Challenger RT. We do have the hood open, of course. That is a 426 Hemi under there in bright Hemi orange, just like the rest of the whole car. Looks really, really good. So 1970. I do have a handful of various year Challengers, 1970s, 1971s from Johnny Lightning, but this looks like a completely revamped casting. This does not look like their their Dodge Challenger casting. Let me pull one down real quick. All right, so on the right, I have a Dodge Challenger casting from Playing Mantis. I believe this is a 1994 casting. This is an old one. And you can see just some of the differences, aside from the fact that this is an RT and this is a Challenger Trans Am. The detail in the castings is pretty impressive. I mean, you've got an opening hood on this one. Really, it comes in the front end. The headlights really on the new one look so much more realistic. A little license plate cutting into the bumper on the other one. Turn them around here so you can get a look at the back. That wing looks a little funky, but whatever. But there's a good look at the backs of both of them. The new casting does just look substantially better. It's a lot more detailed and a lot more realistic looking. I'm realizing that we're focused on the El Camino in the background here, not these two cars. There we go. So you can see the way the bumper and the taillights kind of, it's hard to describe. It's a little bit more three-dimensional on the new casting. Although I must say the old one is not bad looking. It does hold up. The old one does have mirrors on it, which is pretty interesting. The new one does not. It looks like the door handles on here are actually cast into the body, whereas on here they're just painted on. Another little interesting detail. So I know, chrome gas cap, yuck. The gas cap on this one is three-dimensional, like a little bump in the casting, whereas on here it is just a painted on. So I guess this one does kind of have some stuff that the newer one doesn't, but the newer one, you know, give and you get. But yeah, 1994 to what year was this made? 2021. So bit of a comparison there. Go ahead and move that back. But more importantly, this is a really, really good looking car. I love the wheels on this. These are the wheels that I would like to see on this Mustang, actually. I'd like to see how those look, but, you know, either way. A little look at the interior there. You can just about make out the dashboard and steering wheel. All black interior. It's kind of tough to see. And the spoiler is, it's actually not too crooked. It's a little wiggly in the middle, but, that's something I would expect from Greenlight, not Johnny Lightning. Either way, though, very good looking car. So we'll go ahead and take a look at our card here. We do have our, here we go. There we go. Our collector fact, highly versatile. Any engine made by Chrysler in 1970 could be fit into the Dodge Challenger. And there's our paint code Hemi Orange. Yes, this is obviously a Hemi. Where is, yeah, we do have a license plate. It says Hemi, if you didn't believe me. Very good looking car though, nonetheless. We'll go ahead and get our card tucked away there. And we'll go ahead and get this one moved over and move on to our last car here. The 1967, it's a 67 now apparently, Chevy El Camino. So we'll go ahead and get this guy opened up. All right, guys, so here is our 67 Chevy El Camino. Really great looking car, absolutely beautiful. I love this blue, and the blue rally wheels look awesome. I always love the rally wheels. I don't think I've ever seen them painted to match the car, though. That's kind of new. The little chrome center caps there. It looks really good. Yeah, what an awesome looking car. Truck, whatever you want to call it. Basically just a pickup truck version of the, what, Chevelle? Were these based off the Chevelle, or were they still... the El Caminos were based off a bunch of different things. I think by this point, the mid-60s, I think these were based off the Chevelle, because you could There was no El Camino SS in the mid-60s, I think, but people would swap the front ends over from the Chevelle SS. And I think I read something about that on the card for this one. But yeah, you can see the front end very similar to the Chevelle. Again, I can't get the hood open on this one. I did try a little bit, and it's fighting me. So we're going to go ahead and use our imagination. There's quite a few things that could be under the hood there. Everything from, I believe a 396 was available in these guys, 409, 402, 401, something. Really should have looked that one up. Oh well. Either way, though, sweet looking car. Absolutely love it. And it's, okay, so that's a chrome trim line. It almost looks like it has a two-tone with the way the light was reflecting there, but it does just have a little chrome trim along the side there. So we'll go ahead and put this next to the 66. I really do like the red and blue together. That looks really cool. The 66 here, this is another one that was from quite a while ago. If you want to find that video, you're going to have to do some scrolling. This was pretty early on in my channel. It's been in the collection for a while, so it's cool to have something that complements it nicely now. I do like this a lot. There's a little El Camino badge on the back of the bed there. Very nice. And we do have a license plate on there. It says 1967 El Camino. Yes, indeed. So here is our shipping container for the El Camino. I think I forgot to show you the container for the Challenger there. So that is the Challenger. Knocking stuff over already. Go ahead and take a look at our card here for our El Camino. It says, new safety features added in 1967 were a collapsible steering column and optional front disc brakes. And your paint code there is Custom Le Mans Blue. Yeah, collapsible steering columns. So in, I guess, mid-60s, before collapsible steering columns were a thing, what would basically happen is if you were in a head-on collision, the steering column would impale you. So they made them collapsible in the mid-60s once they figured that out. And front disc brakes, wow. Incredible. You'd actually be able to stop. Funny story, I drove a 1966 Chrysler Newport that belonged to a friend of mine's father. And it was a really nice car. It was in great condition. Nothing wrong with the brakes. It just didn't have, it had, four-wheel drum brakes with, I don't think they were power brakes, but either way, so I was joking around with him while I'm driving. I was like, man, the brake pedal in this car is friggin' huge. Why is the brake pedal so big? He's like, I don't know. We were like teenagers. We didn't know better. So we get out onto the main road and start hammering on it in this thing. I get this thing up to like 85, 90. And there's a turn coming up. And I learned very quickly why the brake pedal is so big. And it's because you have to stand on it with both feet. You have to grab the bottom of the steering wheel and stand on the brake pedal. I was out of my seat trying to slow this car down. I have never been so close as a grown man to pooping my pants. It was absolutely terrifying. So I learned very quickly why power brakes are so awesome. But anywho, let's get our 5 new cars from today's video into the parking garage. We haven't seen the parking garage in a couple of videos, so it'll be nice to get that back in action. So I'll go ahead and get these loaded up. All right, guys. Well, we haven't used the bottom shelf of the parking garage in even longer, so I figured we'd come down to the bottom shelf for this one. We got old Dale watching over. Starting off from left to right, we've got the 68 Mustang GT, the 1970 Dodge Challenger RT, the 67 Chevy Camaro, the 72 Chevy Vega, and the 67 Chevy El Camino down on the end. 5 awesome new cars from Johnny Lightning. Absolutely love them, and I'm super excited to add these to the collection, guys. So, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you leave a like, leave a comment. Let me know which car was your favorite in today's video. And go ahead and hit the subscribe button for me too, guys. And I will see you in the next video.